What is going on? This thing is not loading. Keep saying waiting. What are you waiting for? The fuck? Ah, finally. Took forever to start up. I don't know why it's doing that. Ah. Alright, here we go. Okay. Let's do this now. It's been enough time wasted here. Okay. Let's do some adjustments. Alright, I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to go. So, I'm going to discuss today. Not only are we going to talk about like if you look at people who are hypertensive, right? They want to work out, but the problem here is that if you're hypertensive, you have high blood pressure, and when you're working out, your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure goes up. So how can someone who's hypertensive get that exercise in without endangering their health and their heart and all that stuff? And there's a research study that came out recently that says that people who are hypertensive can engage in intense exercise. So now, the question is, what is intense exercise? That differs based on your age, right? The older you are, the less you have to do to call for it to become intense exercise. Well, let's say for someone who's like between 18 and let's say 50-ish, doing push-ups would be intense exercise, right? Doing push-ups, let's say 10 straight push-ups, that's intense exercise. And for someone who's like 65 and above, intense exercise would be like, let's say, walking up the stairs and stuff. Right? So if someone has hypertension, they can engage in intense exercise for less than a minute without having much of a problem. And with that, actually helping them being healthier, getting their exercise in the workout and maintaining their health. Because honestly, not only do you have exercise, you need some intense exercise to boost your heart, to boost your muscles and all that stuff. So there is a way to get workout in if you are hypertensive. You just have to do it for less than a minute, intense exercise for less than a minute. And you can spread out, for like maybe every hour you do less than 1 minute of intense exercise. Or depending on your schedule, the time you do in the morning, in the evening, the afternoon, and the evening. So you can get that in there. So there's no excuse, there's a way to find it, to to find a way to get your exercise in there. Because hypertension, that's a deal breaker as far as just being able to move around. Because any little thing, your high blood pressure goes up. Because for me, when I'm working out intensely, right, and this is what I've checked from the machines in the gym where you place your hand on there and it measures your heart rate and all that stuff, whatever gets strapped to you, whatever. I've seen my heart rate go up to between 160 and 170. That's as intense as I've seen it. It could probably go higher, and if I do one, but that's as intense as I've seen it in the gym. So if someone is hypertensive or has like a high blood pressure, high pulse rate, doing intense exercise, that could take it, who knows what level that could take it to. So you want to reduce how long you expose your heart and your body to all that intensity so it doesn't get too bad. So if you're hypertensive, less than 1 minute, stop. Based on what we've seen from research, that benefits them. And you can just spread that out throughout the day, maybe once an hour or once in the morning, afternoon, and then at night. So get your intense exercise and no excuses. So it's healthier for you that way to just do less than 1 minute. Do over 1 minute, the benefits or the dangers outweigh the benefits if you're hypertensive. Okay? All right, so let's get started. I'm going to do my warm-up with my 25-pound weight. Get my body all warmed up today. I'm going to go across first. Actually, I'm going to do side to side first. I really like this because it allows me to, not only am I warming up, I'm also kind of stretching. And it goes my whole body, my back, my hands, my shoulders, my chest. Everything is, my core, everything is getting that warm up and stretch. So yeah, like I said, if you're hypertensive, less than 1 minute of exercise, okay? Intense exercise. And that varies for different people. So you have to make sure you watch it. Because how are you gonna get healthier if you don't exercise? Like, our body needs to exercise, like every single time. Think about it. We have muscles for a reason as human beings. The muscles are not just there to be there. They're there to be engaged, to be used. If you don't use it, a lot of nasty things are going to happen. Imagine a lion that never runs. How are you going to feed yourself? How are you going to survive? How are you going to engage your muscles? If you don't use the muscles, you're going to lose them. Look at those who are in bed, like in hospital, lying in bed. What happens to them after like 7 months of lying in bed or being in a coma? They lose all their muscles. Now, they don't get to overeat from the tube because we regulate how much they eat. But they lose all their muscles, they get all skinny. If they come out of the coma, they'll have to learn how to walk again. Because the muscles just atrophy, you lose them if you're not using them. So you always got to exercise, no matter what age you are. It's just that the intensity is going to differ depending on your age. The older you are, the less intense the exercise has to be. The younger you are, the more intense it got to be. And nowadays we've got kids who spend most of their time on the phone, playing video games, staying indoors. Well, engage. You can stay indoors, but work out, do something. Join me in a workout from time to time. And that's how you ought to be. So, there are no excuses. Yeah. You gotta exercise all the time. Imagine a gorilla that never jumps or runs around or swings from tree to tree. He's going to lose all his muscle and strength. So we always got to exercise, no matter what. Okay? So that's round one. Next, we're going to engage our legs, okay? How do I engage my legs? my hips, my back, my legs, my extensors, my hip extensors. I'm gonna do a swing around, right? I'm gonna go in a circular shape with my feet, my legs stretch out. Clockwise and counterclockwise, 10 each side. So that's 40 total. If you can extend your leg, you can go from the knees, right? Just like that. That works really good. Allows you to loosen your hips, but at the same time, allows you to align your hips and your back. Okay. You see a lot of athletes doing this before they start playing, right? And why are we doing this? We're doing this to align those hips. Flexibility, alignment, strength. If your hips are not aligned, you're going to be feeling pain because something's going to be overcompensating to balance all that weight and all that movement. So alignment, flexibility, stretching, all wrapped into one. All right? Let's go. Stretched out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you are into martial arts, taekwondo, whatever, you gotta be doing this, you know, for so let me go the other way, my right, to improve your kicks as well, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're now going to go clockwise. Finish it up. If you can do this, you can hold on to something and swing around. And 10. Whew. Oh, all right. Catch your breath. Like I'm saying, like, people who are hypertensive, if you're hypertensive and you're overweight, obese, whatever, and you're like, okay, without surgery, how can I get exercise without endangering my health and suffering from a heart attack because I'm exercising? You can engage in moderate or low intensity exercise. One moderate or low intensity exercise that you can do is walking. Walking is not gonna raise your heartbeat like crazy, right? Even a slow walk around the neighborhood, the park, wherever, on the treadmill for 5 miles. That's good, moderate exercise that you can do. Burn calories, engage your muscles, engage yourself. And then, for less than 1 minute, like the research says, less than 1 minute, if you are hypertensive, right? Do intense exercise and stop. Sit down, catch your breath. And if you're worried, you can do it with supervision. Have somebody there, personal trainer, a family member, friend. Watch you while you do that less than 1 minute intense exercise, and then rest and see how your body goes. And then, you can do that once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once at night. And gradually, as you start losing weight, get in shape, you get better and better, healthier and healthier and healthier until you don't even worry about it anymore. But you gotta do something, man. If you're overweight, obese, hypertensive, you gotta do something. You can't just sit back and do nothing. So now I'm gonna start my intense push-ups. My push-ups are not fake or whatever. I do clean push-ups and only clean push-ups. And I'm not playing around. What's up, Garo? What's up, is that 3? I don't know. You'll be asking all these weird questions. I like ice cream. Whatever. Well, let's go intense push-ups. I'm gonna do as much as I can. I don't have my vest on. I prefer to have my vest on because it's just so much more intense, you know. Because when I get tired, then I start switching over to oh, this is good. When I get tired, I can then switch to not using the weights, but I'm gonna start with the weights. Usually I do about 20, but I'm gonna try to go till I'm tired. Do as much as I can with my weights on. See how much I can do, right? Push myself. See how far I can go. All right. My legs are raised. I have a clicker down here. That will let you know I'm actually touching the ground. So let's go. Twenty. 23. 26. 29. 31. This is crazy. How did this come apart? Whew. Oh, let's catch your breath. So do 31 push-ups, weighted, legs raised, and that is intense. I want you to give it a try. And just so you know, the higher your legs on any raised platform or chair or whatever, the higher your legs are raised, the harder it gets. Okay? Just so we understand what's going on here. If your legs are flat on the floor, that is much less intense. If you raise your legs like this, it's a lot harder because now you're trying to lift your whole weight, you know, vertically. So that's why it's more intense. And wearing a vest, you're adding more weight to your body. So, all right, let's do dips. So I did 31 push-ups. I'm going to do just as much or less dips. All right, let's go. With my butt touching the ground. 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 15, 18, 21. Whew. 35. Oh. Woo. 25. Oh. Woo. I need some air. Now, I did a research myself some time ago, checking to see how much weight I lose after one intense workout for 1 hour. And I was losing anywhere between 1 to 2 pounds per workout session. And that's how intense workouts can be. From water weight, you lose through sweat. The calories you're burning, right? So yeah. Not only was I losing weight, I was also building muscle. So you can lose weight, tighten up your body, by just doing the proper exercise, the right kind of exercise. And doing it the right way, you know what I'm saying? If you don't do it the right way, you're gonna miss out. You just gotta do it right. And go from there. Okay? Persistence is key. If you lose 1 to 2 pounds every day you work out, in 1 week, you're gonna lose about 3 to 4 pounds. I'm not gonna say you're gonna lose 7 pounds, because you lose 1 to 2 pounds every time you work out. Because as long as you're eating, right, you're gonna replenish some of that weight that you've lost. So let's say you lose 2 pounds each day after 1 hour workout. When you eat that day, you gain 1 pound back when you eat and drink. So if you're losing 2 pounds every day and regaining 1 pound from eating and drinking water, then by the end of the week, you've lost 7 pounds. And that's how it all works out. That's a simple math. How much you're taking in, how much you're burning out, and all of that. So I've done the research. I've actually seen it, do it on myself, and it perfectly works. But some people, they don't. If you go to the gym and you're just walking on a treadmill, you're young, you shouldn't be just walking on a treadmill unless you're warming up. Because if you walk on a treadmill slowly, after about an hour, you might be lucky to just burn 30 calories. 30 calories is nothing. Like half a piece of biscuit or half a piece of cookies, that's 30 calories. That's no weight. You don't even feel the weight. After a week, you've lost 33 cookies. You don't even see that on a scale. People are like, oh, we don't see the results. Because you're not doing the right stuff. You can't be walking on a treadmill and expect that that's enough for you to lose sufficient amount of weight. It's not the case. You gotta do more. You gotta go intense. And I don't criticize people in the gym. I see it a lot, and I'm just like, these people are wasting their time. And you gotta mind your own business. Unless you're your friend, and come talk to me whenever I give them advice, but I don't like, people waste their time in the gym a lot. They don't know what they're doing. They're not going hard enough. And whatever you're trying to accomplish is gonna be, you have to have the right workout for what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to build muscle, the same type of exercise you do. If you're trying to lose weight, the same type of exercise you do. If you're trying to maintain, just be fit, the same type of exercise you do. Like what I'm doing here is mostly fitness and just maintaining, my fitness level. You could lose a little bit of weight I'm doing what I'm doing here at home, but it's not the best way to lose weight. But it's going to help you lose some, but not as intense as, a few other things that you could be doing. But this is going to help. But this is mostly like fitness, maintaining my fitness. I'm not really building muscle as much doing this. I'm losing some weight doing this, but not as much as I could. So this is more like fitness workout. If I'm trying to build muscle, I go to the gym and lift heavy, like real heavy, short reps, whatever. If I'm trying to burn a lot of calories, running is good, right, for burning calories, but the thing with running is that it's not good for your knees. All that pounding ain't good for you. Not good for your hips, all that stuff, ankles, your joints are going to suffer. And that's why I see a lot of professional athletes, by the time they retire, even outside of injuries, they've got so many miles on them legs. Hips, knees, always having knee replacements, whatever. So if you want to do something as intense as run, which is a perfect calorie burning exercise, use those gliders in the gym. Crank it up to intensity. The gliders give you the intensity of running, but you're not pounding your legs and your knees and the hips and all that stuff. So that's why they're super good for losing weight. You just glide. Okay. Stationary bike is awesome. It's not as intense as running or gliding, but it's okay. It's a starting point, especially if you don't have the ability to, you're super overweight and you can't run. Just start with cycling, get your calories burning, and then you graduate to gliding and running. But running is good, it's just that it's not good for your legs and your hips and all that stuff. Okay? All right, I'm going to go back to doing some push-ups. I'm not going to wear the vest because it's so hot wearing that vest. But I like the intensity it gives me. My body weight is so light, that helps me make it more intense. So when I'm a little bit gassed, I'm okay with just not wearing it because I'm already fatigued a little bit. You feel me? All right, let's go. Hear the clicks. $17, $20. As you can see, all my push-ups are clean. I don't do dirty push-ups. I go all the way down, come all the way up. My legs are raised. I don't have a vest on, but that's how intense I go. I don't play around. If you're gonna do something, do it right, do it well. Okay. No fake ass push-ups where you don't even extend your elbows or touch the floor. You gotta go all the way down. All right, did 20, let's do another 20 here. Dips. $14, $17, $20. My heart rate right now is probably up to about 150, at least. We up to 160, but at least 150. Like I was saying, for like people who are hypertensive, obviously you cannot do this if you're hypertensive. Don't do this. I don't want you to have heart attack or something. Because the heart rate is already up, the blood pressure is already up. You don't want to add to it. So that's why the advice is to do intense exercise if you're hypertensive for less than 1 minute. That's the message for today. Less than 1 minute intense exercise, and then you stop. Get some rest. And probably just do it for 1 minute, less than 1 minute for an hour. And then you can wait till later in the day, do it again, less than 1 minute. Then at night, just like that. You don't want to do for more than that because the benefits stop showing up when you go for more than a minute of intense exercise when you are hypertensive. In case you don't know what hypertensive means, it means those with high blood pressure. Okay? So remember that. Because you gotta find a way to get in that exercise. And this is just basically because we know the super importance of exercise. When someone is hypertensive, doctors tell them, oh, don't do this and don't do that. Yeah, that's true. And doctors say that because they don't want you to have a heart attack, while doing something intense. But because you know the benefit of exercise, and you can't just go day on, week and week without exercising. He said, is there a point where they can do something and not suffer heart attack or other bad consequences? And research shows that, yeah, you can. Go hard for less than a minute and then let it go. And listen, if you do intense exercise for less than a minute, once a day even, I think you'll be fine, for real. You know, and then for the rest of the day, do something light. Like just going for a walk, riding a bicycle slowly, something with low intensity. I think that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at somebody for trying a little bit, you know? So yeah, moderate exercise, but then for intense, half a minute, go on. All right, let's do some more push-ups. I'm gonna do 10 this time around. All right, let's go. Oh. Dips. Let's go. And tell you what, in case you don't know, the deep exercise, really good for the triceps. If you're trying to build a tricep, strengthen your triceps, deeps are super good. For maintenance and fitness, if you want to get bulkier, you gotta do some weighted dips. You strap some weights to your waist, or wear some weights like I was doing, and do your dips because it makes you heavier and increases intensity. They're also good for your shoulders, your delts, those dips. They also minutely help with your traps because moving those traps are doing the dips a little bit. So dips are super good, super important. The push-ups, similarly, depending on how you position your hand, you can help with the chest, you can help with the triceps as well, a little bit of the delts as well. And also a little bit of the biceps, because you put all that weight in the biceps, it's to go down. So yeah, these are really good for the upper body. And also your core, when you're doing the push-ups, you're holding your core together, with your legs stretched out, your arms out there. You're holding up everything with your core as well. So you also work out your core when you're doing the push-ups. And also the dips as well. So there's a lot that goes into it. So that's why these are really good exercises for a variety of things. You work out different parts of your body. And you gotta know what any exercise you're doing targets. Don't just exercise. Understand what you're targeting or what part of your body it affects. Besides just play the guessing game and saying, okay, when I wake up tomorrow, I see what muscle part of me hurts. And the bodybuilders do that when they don't know how the exercise benefits them. They go intense, many reps. The following day when they wake up, you see, where do I feel pain? Where they feel pain lets them know, okay, that's the muscle I was working out. Almost like trial and error, see what happens. Another thing, exercises are super good, right? And why are they super good? It warms up your body, charges up your body. It allows you to reset your whole system. Whenever I exercise, I sometimes feel the need to go use the restroom because my body's all charged up, all working out. Everything is functioning, everything is smooth. And because of my intense exercise, I gotta leave and go use the restroom because the exercise is pretty enough. I'll be back. I'm back. Whew. Let's go. And like I was telling you guys, Los Primos, what's up? If you're ever like constipated and you try drinking water and it didn't help you out, and you drank milk of magnesia, and you did all this stuff, traditional stuff, and it didn't work, I can assure you, if not guarantee you, you go to the gym and do some exercise and let gravity help you out. It's not just any exercise. Do some running, jumping, intense workouts that allow you to move up and down, you're gonna have movement after about an hour. Because exercise is just the benefits are just so much. People don't get to use it. That's the problem. So another trick you've learned from me today: you constipated, workout, run, jump up and down, you're gonna get movement. If you don't, come let me know. We'll figure it out together. All right, let's go. Some more push-ups, some more dips. Clean push-ups. You're not messing around over here. All that dirty nonsense. Clean push-ups. And only clean push-ups. Oh. Whew. This is my morning routine, morning workout. Tomorrow I'm going to come up with another article on exercise and fitness that we can discuss and share. So what are you going to take home today? If you or someone you know is hypertensive, and by hypertensive we mean someone that has high blood pressure problem, they need to exercise because your body needs it. But how do they do it without getting heart attack or some other medical emergency? You simply do intense exercise for only less than a minute at a time. And I would suggest spreading that out 3 times a day, in the morning, the afternoon, at night. Less than 1 minute, intense exercise. And intensity depends on the age, right? Like push-ups or intense exercise, all right? Riding the glider, that's intense. And if you're older, maybe riding a bicycle or a stationary bike for less than a minute fast, that's intense. So you can do that for less than a minute and stop. Let your heart rest. And you can continue the rest of the workout with moderate exercise, walking and stuff, So that's the message for today. You can still work out if you're hypertensive. And for those of us that are healthy, enjoy your health, man. You have muscles for a reason. Maintain those muscles by exercising. Stay healthy, stay fit. There's no better way to be healthy than exercising. So we'll enjoy your day, have a great time. I'm gonna clean up. See you guys next time. Oh. Whew. Oh. 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 Whew. All right. All right. always clean up after my workouts. Okay? Always clean up. All right. All right, with that all said and done, I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace out.